Bigger than a US Navy AEGIS Cruiser, China is building more Type-055s. The Type-055 Renai class is the Chinese Navy's counterpart to the US Navy in many ways. The AEGIS Cruisers, which are huge and heavily armed, play a key role in escorting China's aircraft carriers. According to new information, another batch of these spectacular battleships is being built, with 8 already in the water. The Type-055 Renai class cruiser of the Chinese Navy is creating waves. It is without a doubt the most magnificent surface combatant in the Chinese Navy's arsenal, making it an obvious target for onlookers. New information reveals that at least 2 more are in the works. Greetings everyone, hello there, and thank you for visiting our YouTube channel. This is where we talk about the most recent news, rumors, and viewpoints. So, let's get started, but first, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. China. India, the Type-055 has the most recent Type 346B version of these systems, although how it compares to the AEGIS is unknown. What is obvious is that the Chinese system is evolving and looks to have progressively improved. Chinese commanders are assumed to have equal levels of understanding. For air defense, modern radar systems are paired with universal vertical launch systems, which may carry a variety of weapons missiles. Surface and anti-submarine warfare, the main anti-air missiles are at least analogous to the Chinese HHQ-9 missile heavily influenced by the Russian S-300 system, perform a similar role to the standard family of missiles. And the Chinese U-8 anti-submarine missile is roughly equivalent to the US Navy's Blast Rock. Chinese ships place a greater emphasis on anti-surface warfare. For this reason, they can carry the YJ-18 long-range supersonic anti-ship missile, these large modern missiles. However, Chinese ships can carry many more J-10s. It is expected that the Type-055s would get anti-ship ballistic missiles, ASBMs, in the future, which may necessitate some changes, despite the fact that the VLS aboard these ships is currently fairly substantial. The second major destroyer of the Type-055 class with a displacement of 10,000 tons since the beginning of 2022, the Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy's LASA has been conducting extensive maritime drills. The battleship has completed its operational training and is anticipated to participate in significant operations this year. The LASA, named after the capital of the Xizang Autonomous Region in southwest China, began service in March 2021. The Type-055 destroyer LASA will take part in a series of maritime exercises beginning January 4th at an unannounced location in the Yellow Sea, according to a vessel training facility linked to the PLA Northern Theater Command Navy. The drills include training courses such as a missile and artillery attacks on maritime targets, submarine search and attack defense against nuclear, biological, and chemical weapon attacks, boarding, searching, and seizure, personal rescue, and damage control. Type-055 is the most powerful surface combatant in the Chinese fleet, equipped with 112 VLS cells and classified as a Renai class cruiser by NATO. Since the first ship in class, Nachang, was commissioned in late 2020, 4 more were rushed into service last year: LASA 102 in March 2021, Dalian 105 in April 2021, and Anshan 103 in November 2021. The Type-005 destroyers are the world's largest surface combatants currently under construction. They are 180 meters long, 20 meters wide, and 6.6 meters deep, with a full load displacement of around 13,000 tons. The US Navy's Ticonderoga class cruiser and Flight 3 are Lai Burke class destroyer. By comparison, both have a displacement of 9,800 tons. The Royal Navy Type 45 is a lighter ship, weighing in at around 8,500 tons. 112 VLS silos, HQ-10 missiles, HPJ-11 CIWS decoy launchers, 130mm HPJ-38 main gun, and state-of-the-art torpedoes are among the Type-055 destroyer's current weaponry. The silos are divided into 2 sections, 64 cells forward and 48 cells aft, immediately before the ship's double hangar. They're the same model as those on Type-052D destroyers, and thanks to the concentric canister launcher idea, they're compatible with both hot and cold launch missiles. All Chinese missiles with a length of fewer than 9 meters and a diameter of fewer than 0.85 meters can be launched from those VLS cells. The PLAN plans to equip the first few Type-055s with HQ-9B anti-aircraft missiles with a range of 200 kilometers, YJ-18A anti-ship missiles, a new type of medium-range anti-aircraft missile, and YJ-18 family ground attack cruise missiles. The new anti-submarine missiles YU-8A is also anticipated to be among the ship's arsenal. The Nanchang, the first ship in the Type-055 class, entered PLAN naval service in January 2020 and had a very busy 2021, taking part in several significant far-sea voyages and drills, including a cruise near Alaska, a joint drill with Russia in the Sea of Japan, a joint patrol with Russia that circumnavigated Japan, and exercises with the Liaoning aircraft carrier group. Following in the footsteps of the Nanchang, the Lhasa could be a major player in 2022. The PLA Navy's combat capabilities will be enhanced by the continuing commissioning of ships of this class. The Type-055 Rinhai E-class cruisers are the Chinese Navy's counterpart to the United States Navy's AEGIS Cruisers in many respects. They are huge and heavily armed, and they serve a key role in escorting China's aircraft carriers throughout the world. New information reveals that another batch of these imposing warships is being constructed, with 8 ships already in the water according to the CIA. The Type-055 Rinhai E-class cruiser of the Chinese Navy is causing quite a stir, due to the fact that it is unquestionably the most stunning surface combatant in the planned lineup. It is a natural focal point of spectators. According to recent information, at least 2 more are currently under construction in Dalian, China. The first Type-055 Nanchang 101 aircraft took to the skies in June 2017. There have now been 7 more constructed in Dalian and Shanghai, totaling 13 commas. Oh, and they are the largest surface combatants now under construction anywhere in the world, making them nearly a fourth the size of the United States Navy's AEGIS Cruisers. The development of Chinese warships was decades behind that of its Western and Russian counterparts, at the same time that the United States was producing Aegis-equipped air defense destroyers. Previously, Chinese ships only had short-range missiles. Now, the kind of 5-5 is at least in broad terms equal to the Ticonderoga class Aegis cruisers of the United States Navy. It is equipped with powerful and well-known Spy-1 passive electronically scanned array PSA radar, which is composed of massively phased arrays set for each ship to cover all directions. The system also includes high levels of automation and integration, making it a formidable combat system. This enhances one's overall awareness of the circumstance. Chinese systems appear to be decades out of date. Type-055 is equipped with the most recent Type-346B version of these systems. Nevertheless, it is not known how it compares in combat against the Aegis. In contrast, the Chinese system has matured and appears to have been steadily improved. It is believed to provide Chinese commanders with comparable levels of awareness. Advanced radar systems are combined with universal vertical launch systems that can carry a variety of weapon missiles for air defense, anti-submarine warfare, and surface warfare. These systems are thought to provide Chinese commanders with similar levels of awareness. In comparison to the Ticonderoga class, the Type-055's WLS have fewer cells, but they are larger and deeper. The weaponry loadout is actually fairly different. However, this is most likely due to the fact that the two classes have distinct demands and goals. Technology alone does not provide sufficient protection. At the very least, the principal air defense missiles are analogous. A missile similar to the standard family of missiles, the Chinese HQ-9 missile, which was greatly influenced by the Russian S-300 system, fulfills a similar function. This system is also carried by the United States Navy ships, and it is capable of being quad-packed into a single cell off the WLS. The Chinese ships, on the other hand, are thought to have an equivalent missile, although they do have a 24-round high-speed short-range system, HQ-10 short-range system. Both ships have armament systems that are close together. Similarly, the Chinese U-8 anti-submarine missile is roughly equal to the United States Navy's WS-ROG anti-submarine missile. In contrast to the Ticonderoga class, the Chinese ships place a greater emphasis on anti-surface warfare. As a result, they can carry the YJ-18 long-range supersonic anti-ship missile, whereas the Ticonderoga class can carry a maximum of 8 harpoons. The Chinese ships can carry many more Y-18s. The Ticonderoga class also carries the highly successful Tomahawk land attack cruise missile. However, it is unclear whether, because China now has so many cruise missile types in service, if the Type-055 does not have LACHM capability, it is due to doctrine. Perhaps the most significant difference between the Chinese and American cruisers is age. The Type-05 in both appearance and design terms is a generation or newer. Its angled lines and clean superstructure contrast with the Ticonderoga class's boxy complexion. We should not judge the combat effectiveness of ships based on their appearance, but the difference does point to the fact that the American ships are beginning to show their age. The most important takeaway is that there is even a discussion on the advantages and disadvantages of the relative designs. Chinese warships are not capable of holding their own in a debate that was previously unthinkable 20 years ago. It remains to be seen whether the latest Type-055s, if that is indeed what we are seeing in Darlian, will be significantly different from the first 8, perhaps with ASBMS or other new capabilities. That's all I've got for today. Please leave your ideas and suggestions in the comment section below, and please share your thoughts on today's topic, so be with us. Your prompt response gives me hope that we will be able to work on additional videos in the future. Thank you for taking the time to watch and have a good day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoy our videos. In the next video, we will see you.